Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and WandaVision's mysteries are starting to come into focus now that episode 4 took us outside of Westview and gave us terrifying context from Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. And now, promo footage for episode 5 dropped in some huge clues for the epic showdown ahead. Is Disney ruining everything with these promos? I don't think so. Only really the curious cats probing into the visual details with rewatch upon rewatch risk nearing that precious truth. And even then, we usually end up with more questions on our Jimmy Woo New Rockstars trolling boards. So let us break down everything we learned about WandaVision from this episode 5 sneak peek. Let's get started.
We now have first-person intel from inside the Westview anomaly.
Okay, these are mostly visuals from the most recent episode here, except now Hayward is jumping on this opportunity to have Monica back so that he can get some details from inside Westview. Based on my theories about this guy, I'm sure he's real eager to be the first one to interview Monica. Now, this Sword Command Center has this awesome map table with the globe of the Sword logo rotating. I like how the outer layer of this logo has 8 stars, 4 on each side of a central bright 9th star. Wonder if these could represent the 9 realms with Midgard, aka Earth, in the center on that sword. Across the continents are some blinking text. One in the East Mediterranean off the southern coast of Turkey. Another that for a second looks like it's around my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. Duval! Portals! Though if Sword Headquarters is based on Cape Canaveral, this could be showing Sword HQ. Duval. On the screens behind them show what looks like the 80s episode inside Westview, the Family Ties looking home set. Agnes dressed up as Kimmy Gibbler from Full House. I'm actually assuming we will get some kind of meta nod to Olsen sisters' work on that show. Next clip.
What are we looking at here? Is it an alternate reality, time travel?
It's a sitcom.
Starring 2 Avengers?
It's a working theory.
Again, more stuff from past episodes, except this new shot that looks like it is from the 80s episode intro. Jean skirt, Vision's calculator watch. Many have noticed how consistently everyone in Westview appears to wear watches despite the time dilation. Jimmy Woo does ask if time travel is going on, and he wrote same time and space on the board, and with the Strucker watch, the clock radio, the clock and toaster commercial, time is important. In fact, out of sync clocks could be key to Vision's awakening, and based on the Norm notes in episode 4, how he is awakening others in the town. And then the way the camera pushes in on them kissing in the park reminds me of the motion of that shot in the Full House opening. Remember how it rushes up on the Tanners in that park in San Francisco? Probably fleeing Aunt Becky, hitting them up for bail money. Ooh! Next clip.
Life moves fast out in the suburbs.
I think something's wrong here.
Should we just take it from the top?
Wanda!
I don't know how any of this started.
What is outside of Westview?
Okay, Wanda is in her sitcom kitchen cleaning up a bunch of toys. Now we know the 80s set will feature the boys still as babies, and we see Wanda in this outfit later on that 80s set. So if this is all still the 80s, these boys would be older now, maybe aging too fast for the decades to keep up. Now it's interesting that Agnes breaks character and resets this way.
Should we just take it from the top?
Normally, Wanda is the one to break reality, halt everything, edit these scenes in progress from within. So the fact that Agnes is making the call here might suggest that Wanda's ability to edit these moments does not work on Agnes, kind of like that stork. Agnes is another unaccounted for Westview component that is beyond Wanda's control. More footage we've seen before of Wanda's Modern Family or Malcolm in the Middle home. It's glitching through layers of construction, but then Vision says this.
What is outside of Westview?
He sounds pretty emotional here, like Truman from The Truman Show demanding to leave Sea Haven. What's on the outside? And then we see Vision trying to push out through that CMBR static wall. I'm thinking this could be right after that nighttime footage of him soaring up over Westview from the trailer for the first time, getting a sense of this fictitious reality and realizing, I gotta get out of this. Next clip.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. It's probably just a case of the Mondays.
Am I right?
Here, once again, the closing shot of episode 4 when I pointed out how shifty Vision's eyes are looking out over that TV set directly at us. Ugh. But then this armored sword vehicle carrying some kind of cargo rams the Westview border wall as it is lit up red. Now, we have seen it glow this threatening color in other shots. I feel like this is what Westview looks like when Wanda feels threatened. Based on the windows of that vehicle, this looks like the vehicle that the pilot is in, not the helicopter in that other cockpit interior shot that we've seen. Now, this vehicle is numbered 9219R. I did check to see if there's any significant 1992 Vision Scarlet Witch comic, or just maybe not every number on the show means something. But then, a much clearer version of another shot that we've seen before, the static wall as some silhouette comes through it. You can actually see their leg as it's coming through right before it cuts off. Now, I actually don't think this is Vision, as we saw in the other shot of him leaving Westview. Based on the coat and the hair, it actually looks more like Wanda. Maybe she's coming out to confront Sword. But look low into the left of this figure. It looks like they are carrying something, maybe dragging something behind them. Is this Wanda with one of Sword's drones that she's tossing back out? Or is this that truck after she turned it into a toy that maybe one of her kids starts playing with? Yikes. But before I continue, thank you to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this video. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and if your adult relationship would like some more adult fun added to it, our friends over at adamandeve.com are here to help. They have a huge selection of sexy gifts to give your partner, including a lot of products that I can't say out loud on a YouTube video, but are very thought-provoking when you look at them on a website. Adam and Eve has been in the business over 49 years, helping couples and other folks interested in improving their grooving. They got a great 24/7 customer service and a 90-day no-hassle return policy. Adam and Eve also uses 20% of their profit to fight the spread of HIV around the world, so you can feel extra good about spending some money to, feel extra good. Use our code ROCKSTAR at adamandeve.com to get 50% off one item and free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply. Again, that's code ROCKSTAR to save 50% on one item at adamandeve.com. Then Wanda's line directly to camera is total Claire Dunphy for Modern Family, and also giving us a bit of irony inspired by Office Space.
I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
But really, the biggest new stuff of this trailer comes in the very final seconds. Whoa! So, Wanda uses her red chaos magic to levitate in some interesting looking facility. It looks like rows and rows of office drawers, but at impractical to reach heights. It almost looks like soundproofing panels. And then a glass paneled walkway with what looks like office blinds behind her. So where is this? It does kind of seem like a sword facility, but nothing in their camp outside Westview would be this elaborate. I'm thinking this could be Wanda's mind palace, a mental database, or library. There have been a ton of sightings of the Westview library. It could be a manifestation of Wanda's memories, things that, if you think about it, she definitely has compartmentalized emotionally, at least. Or we could be seeing a flashback to Wanda's time in Sokovia when she was working with Hydra, something we know will be important on this show. Maybe these panels are part of a kind of danger room training grid. Then Vision and Wanda are part of some kind of superpower conflict in the Westview neighborhood. In the distance behind Vision appears to be a car on fire. I am now wondering if this whole Westview anomaly is the aftermath of some other Avengers level crisis that Wanda initially went to try to help, but in order to contain it, she had to create this kind of hex to resurrect Vision, which ended up with all of them trapped inside it. That initial crisis could have been caused by Jimmy Woo's missing witness as a way to lure Wanda in. And then this red tinted shockwave turns a 50s black and white city block into a modern Technicolor one. I actually think this particular shot could be in reverse. A blue car on a normal street being warped into the 50s sitcom reality Wanda and Vision started this series in. Then a crazy shot of Vision outside the static wall. Look very closely at this. His cape is still dragging him back in. No capes! But look closely at Vision's forehead. It looks like there's a bit of a divot where that Mind Stone was yanked out. So yeah, Vision on the outside of Westview could be reverting to creepy corpse form as he would, because he's dead. He could be falling pulling apart second by second, with chunks of him being dragged back into Westview. And he looks like he is screaming, maybe for help from those sword agents. Like maybe Wanda is keeping him from leaving, a sort of reversal of the way he tried to keep her in the Avengers compound in Civil War. I mean, if Vision is aware that he is dead, he might prefer death over this creepy false afterlife. And then in the final shot, Vision and Wanda levitate to face each other in a kind of tense looking standoff or float off. Trouble in paradise. I do think WandaVision is going to become Wanda versus Vision. But check it out, a little doghouse with the name Sparky. Sparky is the name of Vision's synthesoid dog from the Tom King Vision series, one of the many comic series inspiring this show. Actually, I think this series seems to be pulling from pretty much every major Scarlet Witch and Vision comic title. It's hard to say whether any one of them is a bigger influence on the story than any other one of them. Oh, by the way, I am wearing our latest Obsession shirt, An Unusual Couple. Limited supply, still available at our merch store, newrockstarsmerch.com. And we are now answering your questions live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Stereo. You can download Stereo for free at stereo.com/newrockstars. You can follow me on Instagram at EA Voss, follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars on YouTube for breakdowns of all your WandaVision what the fucks. Thanks for watching, bye.